Howdy everybody, it's Amy from Amy's Sparkling Diamond Painting. How are you doing this evening? I should say diamond painting and cross stitch for this video because this is a product review package from the company Sevengreat. That is a cross stitch company that I order from myself from time to time because I do like their products. So this is a cross stitch video, and this was sent to me, I think it left China around November 21st, and it was here actually within a week. So very quick shipping from China for this in late November. Of course, that may change as we head into December on this side because customs is getting in all the packages and our mail service is just swamped with all the Black Friday purchases that everybody made. So expect a little bit of slowdown in December. But what we have here is a beautiful cross stitch from Sevengreat, and I do thank them for the opportunity to check out another package here and to show you another great cross stitch item. And speaking of cross stitch, I will be doing a whip parade, highlight and show my progress on several of the cross stitches that I've been working on. They do take a little bit longer than diamond painting to do, but I have been making slow and steady progress on several of them. So I'll do a whole whip parade here in the coming week probably and talk about what I think of all of them. So let's take a look at what we have here. Okay. I have not peeked inside because I knew where this came from. VIP only does cross stitch, so I can usually tell their packages. They did come in this thin envelope, but since it's just cross stitch, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Quite like diamond painting, which you don't want to get squished. But VIP cross stitch has some really good Black Friday sales still going on. This is Monday night, and I just checked the price again on this item and made sure it was still available. And they have like buy four, get one free, plus I think like 15% off. And if you spend a pretty small amount, it was like $40, you get a free gift. All sorts of good deals going on right now. So now's the time if you were wanting to try out one of these cross stitches. So as you can see from this package, it is 11 count, and probably also you can tell this is not a Spring or Joy Sunday. This is my other favorite company, which is Mona Lisa, because they have the beautiful landscape cross stitches. So these are Chinese landscapes. You don't have to worry about copyright issues or anything like that with these, and they are big. They are nice and long for lots and lots of cross stitch fun, and you can get cotton or silky threads with these. The silky threads is actually rayon threads. It's not real silk, and that's why they're affordable. So that thread is a little bit slippery and a little bit harder for some people to work with. I know some like to use wax, beeswax on it. I do not. I actually prefer not to use the beeswax. But anyway, I digress. Let's check out the colors and threads in this beautiful landscape. I'm not sure what exactly that location is, but boy, I'd love to sit out there on a nice fall evening and read a book. I'm guessing fall based on the colors there of the trees. So we have this big, beautiful tree that's turned orange in the front and all these beautiful fall colors. I think that's why that was so jumping out at me when I looked at all the different options they have, because they do have a ton. They sell all the premium brand Chinese cross stitches. So let's see what we have. Of course, Mona Lisa does come in the clear plastic non-resealable bags, so you do need your own project bag for these. But usually this is a sticker, and it is indeed in this case. Sometimes they're not. I've had one or two that wasn't a sticker, but this one I can tell just by the feel here, and I can peel it. So yes, this is a sticker that you can use for a logbook. So this shows the product number here. If I can get the glare to go away, this is DX1138. And we have the stitch count on here, which is 390 by 145 stitches. And I did pick 11 count, 100 by 43 centimeters. So this is definitely a big stitch, not something you can do in a week or a month or who knows when. So we got these cute little deer there in the grass and a little boat in the water. Beautiful waterfall going on in the background. So let's see what we got. The kit always as they all do, comes with the basic instructions on how to separate your floss, how to read the chart, and how to wash it when you're done. Because these are stamped cross stitch, which means you don't want to get it wet until after you are done, because the ink will wash off your canvas, which you want once you're done, but not too soon. So we've got our thread here, we have a toolkit, and we have our pattern. So let's start with the toolkit here. Standard basic toolkit. We still have, they've been switching on some of these to little bottles that hold the needles. This one still has that green little puff. That puff ball is supposed to hold the needles, but as you can see, one of the reasons they may be switching on a lot of these is because the needles have come free from their little poof ball. So we have 3 different needles here. We have a needle threader and a little thimble if you like to use those. So very basic toolkit. And then we do have a paper chart. Even though the design is printed on the canvas, there is a chance it could get wet, or you may have trouble reading a symbol or two, so you can always refer back to the paper if you have troubles. And I'm checking this out. Normally Mona Lisa has fewer colors, but I'm looking at the back here. This goes all the way to 58 with color 3865, which is close to a white. So 48 through 58 on here, that's a lot of colors for a Mona Lisa kit. Let's see if I can find the rest of them. And typically Mona Lisa does not have specialty stitches like back stitch or French knot or anything like that. So it is a real easy stitch, not a whole lot of confetti because of the large size. So I enjoy these as relaxing stitches. So this one shows the first 47 colors here, and they are all full stitches, no half stitches, no nothing fancy there. So yes, 58 different colors of full stitch. Pattern looks very clear here. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but I was hoping to show, yeah, there's our little deer. He's kind of cute in the grass. So let's look at these colors, because there are definitely a lot of fall colors in this one. I'm really not used to Mona Lisa having this many colors. So we got lots of blues and purples here, as well as the fall rust and tans. But look at how many oranges and yellows we have with this. And they are all on the floss cards, so you don't have any excess to keep track of in bags. That is one of the dangers of having the excess that don't fit on the cards in those little bags, is you can lose track of them if you're not real careful. So all the floss is included on the cards. The DMC number is not on the cards, but you do have the numbers in order here. So this is colors 1 through 36. And for a fall type cross stitch there, I almost said painting. You got a nice blend of bright colors here. And this is the second card here. That's where all our greens are hiding, and they are blending together very well from dark to light, as well as some other green colors here. Lots and lots of light blue there for the sky, and then lots of that white color as well. One little strand of purple. So we can put all the colors together here. Let's see what we got. Lots and lots of beautiful colors. So, and this is the cotton floss. It is not the Egyptian cotton, but I actually prefer this cotton. I'm not as big of a fan actually of the Egyptian cotton because it's twistier and just not quite as soft. These are thicker and softer, so I do really like them. Okay, now for the big reveal here. The one we're always curious about is, how does the printing on the canvas look? Now Mona Lisa does have a little bit stiffer fabric here, but it will loosen up over time. I like to just kind of crunch mine a few times. But this is actually a good winter project because it's almost like a blanket. I stitch in hand instead of on a frame, so I will take one of these big ones and just kind of lay it out across my lap. And with all that fabric on my lap, it's not as comfortable in the summer, but definitely this time of year for the winter, it is a good deal. So there's no way this is going to fully fit in the camera, but here is one side, and the key is at the bottom and very large, very easy to see. Here we got the DMC as well as the number for the floss card, and the printing looks excellent here. The printing just keeps getting better and better on all the different brands, but look at how clearly that is printed and how easy it is to tell the difference there with all the symbols. And also, you will probably notice no confetti, or at least not what I would call confetti. So for me, confetti, I've got this actually caught on one of the extra needles. There we go. Move that out of the way. There are 2 needles here in the canvas as well. But to me, confetti would be stitching one color and then having to cut the thread because there's no other stitches anywhere near. And usually the kits say don't stretch more than like 5 stitches before you cut the color and restart it in a different spot. So you don't want to go behind 5 empty stitches in order to get to another one. So if you got one here and then the other one is over here, you don't want to stretch your floss behind for that long. Only stretch around 5 stitches because otherwise it can get loose in the back and look a lot messier. So anyway, so this doesn't look like too much confetti. There may be a few up in this area where you have to switch colors a couple times. Like if you're stitching this yellow down through here and you still have some thread left, you don't want to jump all the way over here because that's way too long of a stretch. So you'd have to end your floss here and then restart it over here to get these yellow symbols. So the more confetti you have, the more you're stopping and starting threads and the longer it takes. But this one, there's a couple little areas here in the trees, but otherwise you can like take color 47 and start it and use the entire thing up, stretching through here before you have to end your thread. So canvas looks really clear. You can see all the blue against the yellow there is kind of pretty, and the green you can definitely make out the trunk of the tree. They're very, very dark. And then we've got the pond with the boat right there, and there's our little deer. There he is. And let's go to this side. Take a look over here. We've got more of the mountains and the waterfall and the water splashing back there, and then the trees and other colors of trees here in the foreground. So this is the sign of 100% cotton stamped cross stitch, and the Joy Sunday brand name. There's the number for the canvas. And when you have larger areas of color, you see this little circled number that'll just tell you what the color is, so you don't even have to check out your legend on there. And I believe the legend is different than this. Yes, definitely. So your paper pattern has a different set of symbols and a different legend than you do on the canvas, and that's because you're limited on what you can print on the fabric canvas. You can't print like these little letters and tiny details and have it legible on this, so that's why there is a difference. But you can still figure out where you are based on what you've stitched or not and the shapes, and still find your place here. So if you have your key covered up here, if it's maybe in a frame or something and you can't read that, you can still follow along in the chart. So another little look at some of the chart here. Very, very nice. So this is going to be a beautiful stitch. This is indeed the 11 count, and it is pretty thick there. We do have it serged or selvage edge all the way around. So it looks like it is serged. Here's what I mean by selvage edge here, and you don't need that serged because there's no way that's going to fray. It's just too tight there. So what do you think? This thing is huge and very affordable. This one is still running a little over $23 on their site, and that's $23 for that huge piece of Ida cloth fabric that's printed so nice, and all this floss, as well as the pattern and the toolkit. So very, very nice. I love Mona Lisa for that reason, because it's a nice relaxing stitch without a whole lot of color changes, and really nice floss, and just a relaxing stitch. So I'm looking forward to adding this to my whips and showing you in my whip parade. So I will test this out. Typically I start at the bottom left corner and go up and out. You'll kind of see that when I do my whip parade, because most of them will have work down here done. I have a few that are in other places, but anyway, so I do thank Sevengreat for this beautiful kit, and I will be looking forward to stitching it and let you know how it goes here very soon. So stay tuned and I'll be back.